Interesting cross up today. This, my friends, is a death spiral cross with a brown Naglah, I'm sorry. Brown Naglah. The brown Naglah is a cross between a red butte jalokia and a 7-pot Douglas. And the death spiral is a cross of a Naga bubblegum and possibly a Naga viper. Death spirals are wicked hot. I've never had a brown Naglah that I can think of. I don't think so. Anyways, this is a new cross for me. So this is very, it looks more like a, a death spiral as far as the genetics here and the pheno and the way it came out. This was sent to me by Jeff Perkins, Lava Pepper Farms. Thank you, Jeff. It's a new cross, new variety for me. So it should be fun. Hope everybody's having a good Saturday. Let's give it a go. Cheers. Solid crunch. Wow. It's a little soft up by the stem, but wow, great flavor. Extremely fruity, and there is a little bit of sweetness there. Also a juicy pepper. Pretty thick walled. Very reminiscent of a ghost pepper. As far as the shape and the flavor a little bit. A little more fruity and sweet than a normal death spiral, in my opinion. Great texture, great bite. Pepper's holding up really well. I've had these for about a week and a half maybe. So, dude grows good peppers. They're lasting a long time. And I can tell sometimes from growers that, genetics and things like, if the peppers last longer, generally means that probably better growing conditions, better nutrients given to the plants. Again, I don't know for sure. I'm not a grower. I haven't grown a single pepper in my fucking life. One day, I may, but so I don't know much. I'm just speaking off of what makes sense to me and what I think. Because I've gotten peppers before from some growers that within the week. Now there's a lot of other things. If it took longer to get to me, it spent more time in hot mailboxes and hot trucks carrying whatever, so that can affect it. There's a lot of factors, but for this pepper to still have that kind of crunch after about a week and a half, that's pretty good. Even with a little bit of softness up in here, and that's usually where it's going to go soft first, unless there's a bad spot. Like any fruit, a banana, if it gets hit at a certain point, that's going to start browning sooner. Same thing with a pepper. Yeah, seeds are gorgeous. It's a little soft up there, but in the next couple of days, glad I got to this one today. There's one for the birds. I'm getting a lot of like a underlying peppery note now, right up toward the placenta. A little bitter, you know, like a jalapeno-ish flavor. A little different, right? But like a peppery note. Still has a little bit of the fruitiness, but that bitter and peppery note has taken over the sweetness. There's no more sweetness. It's bitter and peppery, and then underneath that is a little bit of fruity. Whereas the pepper started off fruity with a little bit of sweetness underneath that. Seeds on this chili running all the way down the length of the pepper. Getting a little bit hotter now. A little underwhelmed by the heat. I did just review a chili before this one, but like normal, you know, I let it cool down to the point where I felt sufficient enough to, you know, do a legit review on another pepper. And mind you, the one before this was super hot pepper as well, very hot indeed. It's possible that chili is still affecting a little bit because I'm not picking up a whole lot of heat from this particular pepper. There's just an ever so slight warmth, if you will, in the front of the palate, on the sides of the tongue, just a little, and then kind of like a little something in the throat, but nothing, not really a burn, just a dryness, kind of, if you will. I can feel it on the lips a little bit, but yeah, I'm not getting much heat off of that, so it's very possible that the pepper before is affecting it. And it's also possible that was a dud. Very possible. Or it's possible that it's just, you know, not that hot of a pepper, and my tolerance is pretty good right now. Not great, but it's, you know, I'm happy with where it's at right now, and so maybe I'm just not picking up on it because it started out kind of ghost pepperish level heat, is what I first initially, on that first bite or two, was kind of feeling. It might have gotten to low end ghost pepper level heat. You know what I mean? Maybe. Or possibly, you know, high end habanero level heat on that. You can feel it in the cheeks a little bit though, and that's a new sensation. The chili I reviewed before this, I did not sense anything in the cheeks, so I'm getting a little bit of a burn, especially on this side where I chewed mostly. Anyway, I'm gonna kill the video because it's not really doing a whole lot. Nonetheless, that's a new pepper for me, so thank you guys for burning with me, and enjoy your weekend.